Hey, back to our weather coverage now. And you know, Meals on Wheels is back out delivering food after the snowstorm really sidelined all those volunteers.
Our Jennifer Dowling talked to a woman who says she is so thankful to see these friendly faces again.
That's right, guys. We're in downtown Portland, where there's a lot of folks that are out and about, as you can see, people driving and walking, but some people aren't so fortunate. We talked to one woman who is in fact a shut-in, and she tells us she basically has cabin fever because she's unable to get out or talk to anyone. So a Meals on Wheels volunteer coming by is the bright spot in her day. Now, we were able to tag along with some of those Meals on Wheels volunteers who are delivering meals to folks finally after days off. We tagged along with a couple of staffers with that program and went to their second stop of the day at an apartment complex in Multnomah Village, where it was still very slick and tough to get around. And we got to meet and talk to client Sharon Swanson. She said she hadn't seen any of the Meals volunteers since Tuesday and was so happy that we stopped by for a bit of conversation.
It makes me feel good. Otherwise, I sit here all by myself, don't see anybody, don't talk to anybody.
It's a lot of work, but they've got a good system here at Meals on Wheels, and you can pick it up pretty quickly and just turn it out. And yeah, it feels good to know that people are going to be fed and have somebody come to their home and say hello.
So folks are so happy to have that routine back in their lives. And we want to make sure to note that people were not going hungry during the time that the volunteers weren't able to get out. We're told Meals on Wheels delivered extra meals ahead of the storm in anticipation of delayed deliveries. And those folks really know what they're doing. And now that deliveries have resumed, those volunteers are pretty tough. They won't give up. They had to park at the bottom of a hill because it was too slick to drive up it. And they actually today walked up the meals to the home on foot to make sure that those clients were able to get their food and, of course, their hello. And coming up tonight at 5 o'clock, we'll talk about how many clients and how many meals will be delivered during the next few days. Back to you.
It goes to show just how important a hello and some conversation can be, too. And look at this water main break. Meals on Wheels is back out delivering food after that snowstorm sidelined volunteers for days.
Yeah, and our Jennifer Dowling met clients who typically really don't have much social interaction except with those volunteers stopping by. Jennifer?
That's right, Jeff and Jennifer. We talked to a number of shut-ins that simply can't get out, and they're so excited to see a friendly face at their door as part of their routine. Well, the staff for Meals on Wheels said their parking lot finally got cleared of snow and they were able to start those deliveries again today.
It's been days since Meals on Wheels clients in Multnomah, Clackamas, and Washington County got regular deliveries.
Meals on Wheels.
Sharon Swanson says she hasn't seen the volunteers since Tuesday.
Hey, Sharon. How are you?
She's been a client since 2006.
You know, I like my salads. So.
Swanson says she's a shut-in, and this storm has made it especially difficult.
I've had to cancel doctor's appointments, and I can't get out with the power chair. You know, you can't go out in the snow and that because it's too deep. You know, the tires won't go in it. So
today's delivery is very welcome.
It makes me feel good. Otherwise, I sit here all by myself, don't see anybody, don't talk to anybody.
In weather like this, our clients are extremely grateful. They have been extremely patient, and when our volunteers knock on the door, they typically have a huge smile on their face and very grateful that we're there.
Stacer says they will deliver to their 5,700 clients like Sharon today. Many happy that things are getting back into a routine.
Meatloaf or spaghetti, you know.
Spaghetti?
Yeah, that's my second favorite.
Sharon says she typically swaps puzzles with her regular delivery volunteer, Mary W., and looks forward to seeing her again next week for the food and friendship.
Her and I have been doing this for quite a while, you know, exchanging puzzles and everything. So it's better than just, you know, throwing them out or whatnot. You know, at least they're still getting some use.
She was such a neat lady. It was fun to hear her story. Now, Tony tells us that many of the normal volunteers were not able to come in today because they can't get out of their driveways. So he put out the call on Nextdoor on that application, and he says 30 additional volunteers from the neighborhood were able to come down and get those meals delivered today. Back to you.
That is just great. Yeah.
We love, and our mayor is the one who said, go out and meet your neighbor in times like these. So it's not just making sure that they're safe. It's sometimes just saying hello.
Even helping shovel their walkway, you know, when they can't do it.
Conversation with people is so important, just to check in.
Well, Meals on Wheels back out delivering food after that snowstorm sidelined volunteers for days.
That is good news. Our Jennifer Dowling got to ride along with some of those volunteers who really are some of the only people that their clients see in a pretty long time, Jen.
That's right, Jeff and Jennifer. It was a lot of fun to tag along with those folks. And of course, it's still bitterly cold out here and there's lots of snow, and that means a lot of seniors and others just can't get out during this time. They're eager to see a friendly face. And finally this morning, the parking lot got cleared at the Central Kitchen for Meals on Wheels, and they were able to start those deliveries again.
Everybody likes company once in a while.
Sharon Swanson has been a Meals on Wheels client since 2006.
You know, I like my salads.
She frequently swaps puzzles
I never know if one's going to fit or not.
with her normal Meals on Wheels delivery volunteer.
Mary W., she's our Tuesday Meals on Wheels driver, and she likes to do puzzles, and sometimes she'll give me puzzles.
But since this week's snowstorm,
Tuesday is the last time I've seen Meals on Wheels.
it's been tough to visit with anyone.
I've had to cancel doctor's appointments, and I can't get out with the power chair. You know, you can't go out in the snow and that because it's too deep. You know, your tires won't go in it. So I'm a shut-in.
Meals on Wheels.
Thankfully today, the parking lot at the Central Kitchen was plowed and volunteers were again stopping by.
Hey, Sharon. How are you?
Tony Stacer says they hope to deliver 9,000 meals today to 5,700 clients like Sharon.
It's not only the meals that we serve, but it's also the interaction.
He says the volunteers are the eyes and ears of the clients.
When they're not there, I think our volunteers miss the clients and the clients miss the volunteers.
Sharon agrees and is very grateful to hear that familiar knock at her door once again.
It makes me feel good. Otherwise, I sit here all by myself, don't see anybody, don't talk to anybody.
And we had a good time visiting with Sharon as well. Now, Tony tells us that the volunteers weren't all able to make it in today, the normal ones, and so they put the call out on the Nextdoor app, and sure enough, they got 30 volunteers from the immediate neighborhood around that Central Kitchen to come in and help out today. Back to you.
And that's just so important to not only make sure and check that our neighbors are safe, but just to stop in and say hello and make sure that they're doing okay.
Just to be a friendly face sometimes.
Be a friendly face,
Be a friendly
indeed.
face. We are going to see Meals on Wheels back out delivering food after that snowstorm really sidelined some of the volunteers.
Yeah, but you know, it's not just about the food for many of their clients. The volunteers are sometimes the only people they have to talk to. We went on a ride along, and Sharon Swanson says she hadn't seen any of these volunteers since Tuesday when the snow first started falling, and was pretty happy we stopped by for a bit of conversation.
It makes me feel good. Otherwise, I sit here all by myself, don't see anybody, don't talk to anybody.
It's a lot of work, but they've got a good system here at Meals on Wheels, and you can pick it up pretty quickly and just turn it out. And yeah, it feels good to know that people are going to be fed and have somebody come to their home and say hello.
And never fear, clients didn't go hungry during the storm. We're told Meals on Wheels delivered extra meals ahead of it in anticipation of any delayed deliveries. You can always log on to KOIN.com, by the way, for more.